spots available. Everybody ready to go? Let's start. And we are underway. Jorge the GOAT, you have the first pick in the draft. Jorge the GOAT is going to be getting us started. Let's see where he goes with his first pick. Jorge the GOAT. Let's see where he goes. Diego. There's no shadiness here. Even with IP Shade 45, there's no shadiness. Seeing if Jorge can give his first pick of the draft. Waiting on it. Christian McCaffrey, first one to go. This is non-PPR. This is a non-PPR league. This is a non-PPR league. For all of those that are playing along, all those that are watching, this is a 10-team non-PPR league, everybody. So if you guys want to get in on our mock drafts, they're available every day. Justin Jefferson goes number 2. Austin Eckler goes next. IP Shade 45 going to make his pick. By the way, we post all of our mock drafts up on YouTube. Bijan Robinson goes 4th overall, 3rd in the draft. That feels a little bit early to me, especially in a non-PPR. Jamar Chase goes next. Looking at the running back position, Saquon Barkley has now shot up to number 9 now that he signed that contract. I'll take a chance on him. I haven't done him too often. I'll go with Saquon Barkley here. Now that the uncertainty around his contract is over, not a terrible pick. Kelsey goes, Chubb goes, Cooper Kupp goes. El Pinche is now on the board, or on the clock rather. Interesting, the auto draft teams went with Kelsey and Kupp. Tyreek Hill now goes off the board. El Pinche's got that double pick. Let's see where El Pinche goes with his second pick. CD Lamb. Interesting that he doubles up on wide receiver. Team 9 goes Jonathan Taylor. Diggs goes next to Ben Barnes. Team 7. Curious to know where Team 7 goes in this after taking Travis Kelce first. Team 7, an auto-drafting team, is clearly making a lot of decisions right here. Interested to see where they come. Where are they going to go on this one? Team 7. Interesting, this is an auto-draft and it's going slow. Okay, Team 7. Lots of drama in this one. Team 7. Devontae. Okay, I don't know why I just got auto-drafted, but apparently I got auto-drafted. I got Devontae Adams. That wasn't the pick I was going to make, so for some reason it auto-drafted me. Brutal. Absolutely brutal. Not who I was going to take, but okay. IP Shade 45, you're on the clock next. Certainly don't like that. That was awful. Yeah. Not going to bitch and moan, though. That's what happens. Shit happens. Derrick Henry goes next. So 2 running backs for IP Shade 45. Patrick Mahomes, first quarterback off the board. Bobby Jr. now up there. By the way, Jorge the GOAT with some nice picks. Wilson and Waddle to go with Christian McCaffrey. Really like that three. Bobby Jr. next to go. He goes ETN. Where does Frost go? Breece Hall. Running backs going fast and fierce now. Shade 45 going next. Tony Pollard after Hurts. Interesting that Hurts went when he did. I got very lucky in this one. Ramondre Stevenson still available for me, so I feel good. Better. I don't like that Devontae Adams went where he did, but happy that he is at least a top wide receiver. By the way, if I were in the position that I'm in this mock draft after having that auto pick for Devontae Adams, I'd look for a trade partner. Najee Harris goes to Ben Barnes. Team 9 takes T. Higgins. El Pinche, where is he going to go next? El Pinche has that back-to-back picks right here. We'll be curious to know where he goes. He goes Joe Mixon, got a running back, and then Dameon Pierce. Very interesting. Ben Barnes now on the clock. Highest rated player is Mark Andrews, then Devontae Smith, DK Metcalf, and then some quarterbacks. He goes Devontae Smith. Kenneth Walker goes next. Surprise, surprise. Jahmyr Gibbs still on the board for me. I'm going to take him. I'll take Jahmyr Gibbs. I have my 3 running backs. Team 5 takes Mark Andrews. Shade 45 making his pick. We have 3 auto-drafting teams. Everyone else is human, so we'll see how people play it out. DK Metcalf next off the board. I like what Shade 45 is doing. Maybe went a little early on Jalen Hurts, but you can't argue it too much. Nice team he's building so far. Frost with Deebo Samuel. He's got a nice squad. Bobby Jr. gets his 3rd running back. Jacobs, Etienne, and Aaron Jones to go with Justin Jefferson. Not bad. Jorge the GOAT. I've liked what he's done in his first 3 picks. Probably needs a running back. There's been a run on running back over the last 2 rounds. Starting to get a little bit later in that. He goes after Lamar Jackson and Hawkinson. So forget what I'm saying. He doesn't go running back. He goes in 2 other directions trying to fill out the starting lineup. Very curious there. Running back going very early in this mock draft so far. Maybe because it's a non-PPR, people aren't valuing the wide receiver position the same. We've had 3 tight ends. We've had 4 quarterbacks taken. And we're just in the 2nd pick of the 5th round. Justin Fields goes next. Quarterback's going. Keenan Allen comes off the clock. Or comes off the board. IP Shade 45 is on the clock. They've built a nice squad so far. Joe Burrow, quarterback continues to go. I feel like I'm getting bailed out. I get Calvin Ridley. That's a great pick for me. So I'll continue to wait on quarterback. I know there's been a run on them early, but I feel like quarterback, there's value all over the board. Wide receiver, a little bit harder. I'll take it. Where will Ben Barnes go with his next pick? Diego, I gotcha. Try up a new strategy. Ben Barnes went with Miles Sanders. Team 9 goes with Justin Herbert. Interesting that quarterback continues to be the popular play. El Pinche is now on the clock. Mixon and Pierce were his last 2 picks. Where will El Pinche, also known as Diego, go with this one? By the way, if you guys want to get involved in our mock drafts every single day, just DM us on Instagram. We'll share a link with you guys every single day so you guys can participate in our mock drafts. Or if you just want to check them out, they'll be posted onto YouTube immediately after the show. George Kittle, another tight end goes. DJ Moore to Team 9. Nice pick there by Team 9. Ben Barnes on the clock. London, Godwin go. I have 3 running backs. I have 2 wide receivers. I'm going to go with a tight end, and I'll go with Kyle Pitts. Round 6 is probably around the place I was willing to take a tight end. Maybe a little bit early, but felt like I had to there. Goddard goes to Frost. Tight end continues to move. Bobby Jr. on the clock. Bobby Jr. has 1 wide receiver, 3 running backs, and a quarterback. Bobby Jr.'s pick, the 9th pick of round 6. Gotta think a wide receiver or tight end. Yeah, he goes wide receiver with Brandon Ayuk. Jorge the GOAT next up. Figure running back for Jorge. Yep, he goes Dalvin Cook. That's going to end up being a good pick in the 6th round. End of the 6th round. He might want to double down on running back, and he does. Madison, that time we got it right, Jorge. Bobby Jr. next to go. Interesting spot that he's in. He'll go to tight end. He'll go Waller. Christian Kirk goes next. Shade 45. He's got 3 running backs, got his quarterback in Jalen Hurts, and has 2 wide receivers. Does he want a tight end? Best tight end on the board right now is Evan Ingram. So Watson and Akers go next. I feel like the run on quarterback, this is about the time I'll take it. Still feel like it's around too early, but they've gone so quickly. I'll get Trevor Lawrence right here. James Conner goes next. Ben Barnes. Where's Ben Barnes going to go? He's got a good balance of running back and wide receiver. He's got good depth at both positions. 3 of each through the first 6 rounds. Let's see where he goes with his 7th overall pick. Ben goes with Dak Prescott. Yeah, I felt like he was going to take Trevor Lawrence if I didn't. DeAndre Swift goes off the board, and now El Pinche Jumba takes Alvin Kamara with the last pick of round 7, and then takes Deshaun Watson. Team 9 goes with Mike Williams. Pacheco, nice pick by Ben Barnes. So I have 3 running backs. I have 2 wide receivers. I probably need another wide receiver. It's going to be a reach, but it's going to be Jackson Smith-Njigba. Probably 1 round earlier than I want, but I definitely didn't see him making it through round 8. Hollywood Brown goes next. Shade 45 on the clock. He's got back-to-back wide receiver. He'll go wide receiver again. George Pickens. Frost now on the clock. We are making our way through round 8, about halfway through this 15-round mock draft. Tyler Lockett comes off the board. 5 straight wide receivers coming off the board. Bobby Jr. next to pick. Another wide receiver off the board. The run on wide receiver is on. Jorge the GOAT next to go. In this 10-team non-PPR snake draft. 3 wide receivers in a row for Jorge, so he's got 4 running backs now, rather. 3 running backs in a row. Dotson goes next. 7 wide receivers over the last 8 picks. 8 wide receivers over the last 10 picks. So the wide receiver position has definitely been the popular one. A.J. Dillon goes next. Now Rachaad White, the running backs, making a push here in round 9. IP Shade 45 to go. Then an auto draft pick, so it'll be interesting to know where IP Shade 45 goes. He goes Evan Ingram. And that is his first tight end, so able to wait on tight end to get Evan Ingram. I think that's a good pick. So I have 3 running backs. I have 3 wide receivers. I feel like wide receiver is still the more valuable position. This is absolutely a reach, but I love him. Zay Flowers. You guys know I like Jackson Smith-Njigba. I like Zay Flowers. I like getting those two guys right at this point in the draft. Lock them in. Ben Barnes takes Pat Freiermuth, his first tight end of the draft. David Montgomery comes off the board, and now El Pinche with back-to-back picks. Last pick of round 10 is Jordan Addison, and now we are into round 10. Last pick of round 9. Now we're into round 10. El Pinche. Jorge, we change it up. It's really about the position we're in. You know, if they're players we like, they're players we like. I won't reach too much, but I'm going to go after a team that I like to build. You're going to notice they're pretty much the same names. It's about the order. It's about the position of my drafting. So don't hate on the fact I'm taking the same players. It's about how did I build that team, given that I'm competing against different people. I'm in a different spot each time. That's really what this is about. If you like certain players, you don't need to just take players you don't like for the sport of it. Tony just came off the board. Now, I do have Kyle Pitts, but I'm a little bit concerned about that tight end position. I'm going to double down, and I'm going to get I'll go with Dalton Schultz on this one. I actually think he will actually be a good backup pick. I usually like Dalton Kincaid, but there you go. I'll go Dalton Schultz. There's a slight change for you. I like both of them equally. Let's keep going. Making our way through round 10. Again, if you're in mock drafts, you can take the same players over and over. You can't possibly, at certain points in the draft, you get boxed out, other people take them. I'm sure there are people in this draft who are going, oh, that but Fumble Sports, he got the player I wanted. Finishing out round 10, Bobby Jr., the next one to go. Again, this is a 10-team, non-PPR snake draft. A mock draft. Lazard comes off the board. We have 5 rounds to go after this one. 5 rounds to go. You would expect a defense and a kicker to be at least 2 of them. So it's really about how do you maximize your final 3 picks outside of those 2 positions. Williams next to go. Waiting on Bobby Jr., he takes P. Ryan. Frost takes Kincaid. Shade 45 next to go. A couple of tight ends. I'm going to look at a running back position. I'll take a flyer on Khalil Herbert as a backup running back. Team 7 gets Tua Tagovailoa, their second quarterback. Interesting. Team 7's already working on their backup quarterback plan. Let's see where Ben Barnes goes with his round 11 pick. He goes Michael Thomas. Team 9 takes Anthony Richardson. That's kind of a wasted pick. El Pinche. El Pinche took a tight end last time. He's taken a different position in 5, 6. I mean, every round, he hasn't gone back-to-back since those running backs in rounds 3 and 4. Diego. My final pick is an interesting sleeper. Okay, I'll wait on it. We'll get excited about it. Rashad Penny, next to go. Let's see if El Pinche can get his 2 picks in. By the way, this is my fault. I should have set it at 30 seconds. Let's do that from now on. Let's speed up this draft. We'll set it at 30 seconds from now on. Draft settings. We'll get that down to 30 seconds. Time per pick. So we'll move it along a little bit faster. Cowboys. El Pinche takes the Cowboys defense almost every time. Talk about, again, kind of a homer. Defense started to go, which means I'll take a defense. I'll take the 49ers, probably a round earlier than I wanted to, but that's okay. If the run on defense happens, I'd rather be able to pick it than wait on it. Shade 45 again. I just sped up the clock, so a few fewer seconds to make your pick. Eagles defense goes. Let's see what comes next. We've had a run on defense in this round 12. Something to keep note of. Round 12 is where we're seeing defenses in this mock draft. This is a 10-team non-PPR snake draft. Interesting that round 12 has gotten the defenses going. Defenses. Where will Jorge the GOAT go next? With this pick, we will enter into the final 3 rounds of the draft. Jorge the GOAT, waiting on it. Jorge got his shirt. Jorge, send us a picture. We'd love to see it. Why don't you tweet or why don't you post on Instagram a picture? We would love to see you wearing your Butt Fumble Sports shirt. He takes Bateman. And the Jets defense. Okay. Round 13, Justin Tucker goes. First kicker is off the board. Let's see if we get a run on kicker. McPherson goes. Will we see a run on kicker? Kirk Cousins goes next. Too bad he was going to be who I took. I'll take a bit of a flyer and I'll go Aaron Rodgers as my backup quarterback. Ben Barnes goes with a kicker first before a defense. Let's go. Let's see if El Pinche. Let's see what Diego does. He goes Carlson with his kicker pick. He now has his defense and his kicker. So he's got 2 picks remaining. What, are you going to take Vaughn or something as the running back? Jorge, Commanders and Ravens defense before Dolphins and Jets. Maybe it's because the expected points. You know, the AFC East, there's going to be a lot of points scored, so those defenses might give up a few more points than you might expect. Bass goes next. Let's see where Ben Barnes goes. Will he go with a defense? Will he go with another position? He goes Seahawks defense. I'll go with my kicker. You guys probably know at this point I'm taking McManus since I'm so predictable. Sanders goes next. Shade 45. Where's he going to go? Geno Smith. Good pick. Tom Brady. Frost just picked Tom Brady. Okay. A wasted pick if there ever was one. Tom Brady is retired, and he's going to stay retired. Tom Brady ain't coming back to the league, folks. Bobby Jr. next to go. Time's up on... Oh, he's got Elijah Moore just in. Now, final pick before our last round gets underway. Jorge the GOAT, the next to go. Jake Elliott is the kicker he's going with. And Jorge the GOAT making his final pick of our 10-team non-PPR snake mock draft. Let's see what he comes up with. Final few picks of this mock draft. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Rice, that's a nice pick. Bobby Jr. next to go. Bryce Young. Interesting, Tom Brady got drafted before Bryce Young. That's a funny one. Next pick of this round, 15. Williams. Jamison Williams, the wide receiver. Gano, Texans defense. I'll take Jerick McKinnon. Just get another running back there. Giants defense. Ben Barnes with his final pick of the draft. He goes Mingo, Saints defense. Diego, you're the last pick of the draft, buddy. Last one to go. Let's see what this pick's going to be. And it's McIntosh. Interesting. Okay, that's it, everybody. That is our fantasy football mock draft of the day. Make sure you go onto YouTube. You can check out that entire mock draft and see how it went down. You can check out every pick that we just gave out.